One movie that I've heard about but haven't been paying any attention to is Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, the second Puss in Boots movie that's coming out. The sequel to the 2011 standalone. They spun off from Shrek, which I saw when I was like 12. My grandparents rented it and we watched it with them, and I liked it. It was fine. I enjoyed it. I haven't watched it since 2011, but now they have this sequel coming out, Puss in Boots and The Last Wish, and I saw one of the trailers for it. Honestly, I didn't think it looked very good, so I haven't been paying attention to this. Totally under my radar. Don't care. Haven't cared. Couldn't care less. Well, imagine my shock when I opened up Twitter just a couple days ago, and apparently they had a fan advanced screening, not just fan advanced, but critics as well, for Puss in Boots and The Last Wish. And this thing is getting amazing responses. Just looking at some of the tweets here, we've got the Brando critic. Puss in Boots is a great movie. I was shocked to find out that the animation is beautiful, the jokes are hilarious, the adventure is top-notch, the action is exciting, the story is heartfelt with a strong message for all. Don't miss it. Going on here, we got Perry Nimiroff. She says, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is excellent. More voice acting gold from Antonio Banderas, stunning visuals, really dig this style, and a story that well explores surprisingly mature themes via a wildly enjoyable fairy tale fueled adventure. Which, I mean, it just keeps going on. Zach Pope. Puss in Boots is my favorite character from Shrek, and Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is fantastic. Exhilarating action, phenomenal animation, perfect voice acting, and an argument could be made for the best animated film of 2022. A deep dive into confronting death and learning to love life. Going on to Jerome here, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish could have been a cash grab, but luckily that's not the case here. It's an incredibly fun film that actually surpasses the first film in a lot of ways. The animation is stunning, especially during the action scenes. Going on next, we got Richard Martin. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is so good. Like Shrek 2 good. Animated film of the year easily. One of the most terrifying villains ever in a children's movie. The animation is gorgeous. The film is hilarious. It's a whole package in cinemas next month. Go see it. And it just goes on and on and on and on like that, guys. And when you look at the first Puss in Boots movie, I mean, it did pretty well critically on Rotten Tomatoes. It's got an 86% score, and it's got a 67% audience score. So that's very respectable, the 2011 first film. When you go to the Rotten Tomatoes score as of now, it is sitting at, this is The Last Wish, this is the sequel, it's sitting at a 92% tomato meter for the critics and a 98% audience score. So that's a big jump up from the first film. And just like Twitter, the critics on Rotten Tomatoes, they're also loving this thing. Peter DeBridge says, the stakes may be more serious this time around, but the film's every bit as amusing as you'd expect from the clever as ever team at DreamWorks Animation. Going on to Christopher James, they say, the film blends childlike mania with poignant themes of belonging to make this perfect programming for families looking for a movie this holiday season. Going to Randy Jones, exhilarating, gorgeously animated, full of vibrant life in each frame, and paired with a poignantly mature story. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is the most poignant thing to come out of the Shrek franchise since Shrek 2. Going on to Carla Hay, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is a fun-filled adventure packed with comedic moments, poignant life lessons, and some wacky surprises. This sequel is an instant classic that charms with a talented voice cast, stunning visuals, and a very entertaining story. And guys, it just goes on and on and on and on like that. I only found one negative review when I was looking through all of these reactions. I don't know what to say to this, guys. I mean, this movie is definitely on my radar now. I was not expecting anything from this thing. I thought this thing was going to be an in and out kind of thing in the theaters. I thought it'd be one of those things that when I'm scrolling through a streaming service, I'd be like, oh yeah, they made a sequel to Puss in Boots. I totally forgot. But now I can't wait to check this thing out. These reactions have floored me because I was not expecting anything like this to come out of Puss in Boots and The Last Wish. So The question goes to you guys now. Have you been anticipating Puss in Boots in the Last Wish, or are you kind of flabbergasted like me at the response that it's getting? Comment down below and let me know all your thoughts and opinions, guys. I definitely want to hear them. And without further ado, let's take a look at what you guys are saying.